what's happening, everybody? My name is Charles Blades, and this is the Current Gaming Podcast, episode number 11. I am joined by today David Morgan. What's going on, man?
What's going on? Not much.
And Aaron Weeks. How's it going, Aaron?
Good, what's up?
All right, so you want Cody to come back, right? Cody's got to come back. He's got to win the battle back. He's got to...
Oh, yeah, dude. I think it'd be cool if he came back. I'm not, like, waiting for it to happen, but yeah, he's an interesting person. I think he makes the show pretty funny.
He's a great character. He's next level in what he brings to the house. And I would like to see him come back for a multitude of reasons, not just for what he brings to the house, but also because I think it would be interesting to see how the larger group adapts to him coming back, and like how Jessica...
Oh, they'd lose their minds, dude. If Josh was still in when he came back, he'd fucking die.
That fucking meatball, dude. Anyway, we got a cool show coming up for you this week. We're going to be talking about some Neo DLC. We're going to be talking about Fallout 4 maybe being sued in Bethesda. But first, we're going to talk about probably the biggest news going around this week in the tech kind of world in general is about net neutrality, which if you don't know what net neutrality is, it basically allows internet service providers like Spectrum and Time Warner Cable and AT&T and stuff to kind of choose which sites and stuff like that make or get better access to bandwidth on your internet, and a bunch of different websites, including Google, Amazon, Twitch, which is more related to gaming, and Reddit, basically every website that you think of when you think of the internet stands out against this. I kind of just wanted to know what you guys think about this and how this could impact like online gaming and stuff. Because basically, if you don't know what net neutrality, I guess I don't know. David, what do you think? Take this away. I'm fumbling this intro.
That's okay. I don't understand how net neutrality being, how if a site, if an ISP could buy off like Google and Twitch, and then they have good performance on that ISP, how that really helps them. Because then all ISPs are like, have like Swiss cheese in their, access to websites. And I don't think anybody wants to choose an ISP based on that. And all it does is ensure that like Time Warner and like Comcast has to like pay off all these sites. So I feel like it's costing them money for worse service. So I don't understand how this would help anyone. It definitely isn't going to help the free market. I think that right now, the way it is with just performance and reliability being the only thing that ISPs really have to guarantee, that's the way it should be. Obviously, I think that the internet should be a free and accessible place for everybody, regardless of like your financial situation. I did send an email to Congress about it. I think everybody else should too. There's a lot of links out there for like petitions and things. But no, I just don't understand how it would help anyone. I guess if one ISP bought off the most sites, they would be like a monopoly kind of, but can somebody explain like how this would help anyone?
Yeah, basically the way it works is that ISPs and choosing who your internet provider is in a lot of ways isn't a free market, in that there's only one available to you wherever, like depending on where you live. So like, I don't know, Aaron, you live in an apartment. Do you have Time Warner internet or Cincinnati Bell or whatever it is?
It's like Spectrum now,
Yeah.
I think, but yeah, we have.
But like, you
Time
probably
Warner Spectrum.
That's who you have to pick. Probably you don't have a choice.
I mean, frankly, I didn't really look into it, but
if all of a sudden you couldn't watch Netflix or whatever it is on your internet, you would like look into like buying a different internet. And if there's no one else there to buy from you, then that's where the problem therein lies, because now the the burden is on Netflix to either say, hey, Time Warner, we'll cut you a deal so you don't fuck with our internet, or then they have a premium package for an extra $20 for Aaron. Now you can watch all your streaming sites.
It just seems like false competition just for the sake of competition. Like, why do that?
It's very stupid.
I don't think anyone is for this.
I mean, people at Time Warner and Verizon and stuff like that are. Because
I don't even understand how it helped. Like how them. I mean, obviously, I don't really understand the business side of it, but for them as a business, like why I don't understand how they could look at it and be like, yeah, this is a good idea. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand how. I guess I don't understand how you flip it to make money.
Because then they get, all right, so if you can't get Netflix, if Verizon,
I am stuck on wide open web. It's like a local Columbus thing.
There you go.
I have no other options. What does it mean for me?
All right, so net neutrality means that if you pay for 10 megabits a month of internet, then every website you go to, no matter what it is 10 megabits a month.
Yes.
That's because the net is neutral. Does that make sense?
Right.
All right.
Yes, that makes sense.
So then they can make it so that Hulu, Amazon, Twitch, YouTube, and Netflix now only run at 2 megabits a month, while the rest of the internet runs at 10, and you pay for 10. Which then and if that's the only one you can pick, you don't have a choice. So then they can say, hey, we have this the streaming package that costs 10 extra bucks a month, and this will allow the streaming sites to have the same bandwidth as the rest of the internet for you.
It allows ISPs to market their shit to certain people who are like streamers would want this ISP, whereas like
or they can take it the online gaming package where because online gaming I'm sure causes a lot and stuff like that. That's basically how it works.
So that would come from like my local ISP cutting a deal with like Time Warner, like, hey, we won't throttle you if you sell like.
Yes, basically. Yeah, that's basically they're throttling certain sites.
Okay. And people like us who are on the internet constantly, like playing online games, streaming, whatever, we'd be paying the highest premium for internet.
Oh, I wouldn't pay for shit now. I would just fucking buy it. I don't even know what. I can't imagine a world where this does not.
Or what also could happen is, well, Time Warner goes to Netflix and say, hey, Netflix, we're not gonna like fuck you if you just pay us money. And Netflix is like, okay, now we have to charge more for Netflix, basically, or so on and so forth. The buck ultimately stops with you, and you get fucked.
Trickle up economics.
Yeah. So yeah, net neutrality, cool thing. We should keep it going. It's not like it's a fucking.
You heard about this a million times in the last 10 years, and this is like the closest.
Yeah, well, we got a shithead for president now. So this next story is about Overwatch, and more so the professional Overwatch League, which apparently is launching later this year, and will feature 8 different cities, 7 from the U.S. and then 1 in South Korea. Which I'm gonna put my money on them. And if I have to make a fantasy draft, I'm gonna bet on the South Korean team because they're probably gonna win. But
is that based on like stereotypes of like them being?
No, that's based on the fact that they win the fucking Overwatch shit all the time, and South Korea just wins. South Korea, like they win Dota too. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, I mean, competitive esports
league
as a culture is very intense.
Yeah. But yeah, there's one in LA, there's one in San Francisco, there's one in New York, one in New England, one in Miami. And I wanted to bring this up because I felt it was interesting the way they're doing it. Because normally how esports work is that there's a team of people wherever they're from, and they just play. But this one they're making it more kind of regional based. And I wondered how you guys felt about that in terms of, do you think this will bring, like, if I'm from San Francisco and I don't really care about esports, but maybe I hear Overwatch has an esports San Francisco team. Like, does that incentivize you to care about it anymore, or I don't know how do you guys feel? Aaron,
it's weird.
Or sorry, David.
Oh, sorry, I just took over. You just don't get that regional kind of base in esports. It's always like, oh, this team is compiled of people from all over the U.S. and persons from Europe or whatever. Will this get people to watch esports that would normally? I don't know, because I don't know how strong that appeal is going to be just because someone's from your hometown. If you're not into video games or esports, I don't know if the draw is going to be enough to pull you.
Well, I don't think it has as much to do about like, wow, this guy's from my hometown, I'm going to watch this, as much as it's a game like Overwatch, which I mean, I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure it has a way larger following than say like League or Dota. Like it's way more well known. Like you could walk up to somebody on the street and ask them if they know about League or Overwatch. I feel like you're more likely to get yes to Overwatch.
You're saying from the general public perspective. Overwatch,
right. I feel like Overwatch is more likely to connect with like the general public as an esport. Like people are going to be like, oh wow, Overwatch, I know what that is. This is interesting. You know what I mean?
It's a lot easier to wrap your head around than a MOBA.
Right. It's more, and to me personally, I would rather watch an Overwatch competition or esport than a MOBA, just because I don't really care for MOBAs.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is because you also understand Overwatch. You understand the meta and all the characters.
Exactly. So it's more appealing to me, but I feel like it's also more accessible to like your average person who doesn't really care that much about esports.
Yeah, I feel like a first-person shooter generally is more like Call of Duty is the biggest game, and like that's a first-person and not that Call of Duty and Overwatch are 1-to-1, but you understand what's going on at least at some level.
And even if you don't know the meta behind the characters and stuff, it's easier to look at an FPS and know what's going on. Like watching Rocket League or something, like that game is so easy to track, but it's still there's a lot of nuance to it.
I think Rocket League is much easier to understand than something like Overwatch, just because it's so much simpler, like mechanically.
Well, that's what I was comparing it to.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was saying,
Oh,
like,
okay.
there is more stuff if you want to go into Rocket League of how flips are working
Okay, I misunderstood.
and how like
Right.
rotations are going. But like on a base level, you understand what is going on.
Right.
Like,
There
the
is
same thing-
nuance and meta, but it's easy to understand.
It's like the same thing in basketball or any other major sport, and that's kind of where I come down on this. I think this is a good idea to make the regional based thing because I feel like that I don't know that in some way encourages people to watch it, especially if you put it in big cities where there's already a huge like tech industry, like San Francisco or New York or something like that, or where there's a bunch of millennials that already play video games, they understand what's going on, and to have like a local team where like I don't know how it would work. Are they like going to like a stadium there or something? I'm not really sure how that
How
works.
the lands are going to be played.
Or they just play
I
it.
assume
But-
probably the teams will have away and home games, and they'll just
Yeah.
play in those.
But I don't know. I just think that was pretty interesting, going forward. And also Robert Kraft, who's the owner of the Patriots, owns the New England-based team. Which
Yeah, Blizzard was very careful in choosing people that they said knew how to bring a team to the market a team basically,
mhm.
really make it appeal to people who excited to see what it does for the scene. Maybe it'll make esports embraced. Getting there already.
Yeah, for sure. This next story is about cute little indie game called Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator, not daddy dating simulator.
Daddy.
Which apparently was supposed to come out, was it Wednesday, I think, or Thursday?
Mhm.
And it got announced. It's from the Game Grumps people, who are a YouTube channel, and they just decided to make a game where you bang dads. But they announced that it was going to come out on Thursday, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then Thursday rolls around, and the game kind of weirdly gets they tweet out. So the Twitter account for the game also, if you don't know, is like not a parody, but like they do it in character, like it's a dad talking. So like they'll be like, make sure you pre-order the game, son, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So basically they tweeted out and they're like, this game's gonna be out in a little while, champ. You just run along. We'll. I didn't say that, but they're like, we'll be right back. We're going to the liquor store, and they never came back. As a lot of us know that exact feeling.
No.
In that the game never came out, and later on they did give an actual statement that talked about how the game apparently has a lot of some late game bugs that they didn't want to release it in time, and apparently people were working all day and they just couldn't bring it together, and there's about a 6 or 7 hour gap between those two tweets where a lot of people were kind of just like left in the dark, didn't know what was going on with the game. I kind of just wanted to get your, because this is a delay. Like, delays happen all the time, but this is a delay that's like the most extreme delay I think I've ever seen. So I kind of wanted to get your take on it, Aaron.
I mean, obviously I'd rather they take the time they need to fix it. You know, I mean, it does suck that they delayed it so last minute and they were like silent up until the moment they delayed it. But again, I'd rather see them do that than release a shitty game that's not ready to come out.
David?
Yeah, I agree, but like they had to have known like that morning. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to believe that it took them until that last second to find bugs that bad. But
yeah, tentatively be like, things might not be coming together as well as we like. Don't leave people in the dark for 8 hours when they like are staying up until midnight to play your game. I know a lot of people were like waiting up on Steam.
Yeah, there's like responses on there. There's some responses that are like kind of like dickish. Or like he talks about in the thing, he's like, we were working so hard, we're gonna go home and get some sleep, and then we'll come back tomorrow. We're sorry. And like some responses was like, you don't need fucking sleep, fucking make my game. And it's like, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. But like I understand it from a consumer's point of view, where you'd be like, what the fuck, man? Like I'm trying to.
Oh, I agree.
I'm sure this game will have a big Twitch standing. I'm sure people are like trying to stream it or whatever. And like
it's one thing to be frustrated. It's another to wish physical harm on people.
Yeah, like
because
fuck you if you're
your
doing
fucking
that.
game in time.
For sure.
Yeah, but at the same time, like that's a pretty extreme. Yeah, I've never seen something be delayed on the day it was after its release almost.
Yeah, it was the game was supposed to come out. It didn't come out. Then they tweeted that, and then it was just basically countdown kind of situation.
It's not terrible. It's only a week, but still, I don't know.
Yeah, now it is coming out Wednesday.
Your first game, I guess, hiccups happened and marketed it, but couldn't hit the mark. And I understand, that's stressful, and you're killing yourselves trying to get things together, and then you notice things that are late. Look at it. Respect to them for at least owning up to it and accepting it and just biting the bullet. Hopefully, it doesn't hurt their league. too bad.
Yeah, no, my biggest, the comparison I was kind of making was that obviously on a much smaller scale to No Man's Sky when that game came out and it had a bunch of problems and like kind of people were like, hey, what's going on with this? And they just went radio silent about it. Like
they
that's
still
just
haven't said anything.
No, they've said stuff now. They've come out and like they've done patches and stuff like that. But the general consensus I feel like was they should have said something, and that's just a lesson to all game companies. Don't just like run away. Like at the end of the day, it's always better to communicate what is going on, even if it even if it
People
sucks. No matter what it is, just you gotta say something. Yeah. But this next story we have is about another delay. I don't know how much you two care about it, but Ni no Kuni got delayed from November 10th to now it's coming out in January 19th. So a little 2-month delay, which kind of sucks. It's like, I don't know, these delays more so like the announcement came last month. Like nothing changed that dramatically in a month to make you delay it 3 months. You know what I'm saying? At least I feel like, and this delay is purely from a position of Call of Duty, Star Wars, what else? Assassin's Creed. All those games are coming out in the fall. Destiny to a lesser extent because it comes out in September. But they just get it out of that window kind of delay is what I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And like
really, you think that?
100%. That is what I think.
It's coming out in November though, not the fall really. I don't know.
I mean November. Call of Duty comes out like the week before, and then Star Wars comes out the week after.
But like.
Also, even if it
is that really competing with those games? I don't.
If I'm a gamer, I'm a gamer. I care about Star Wars. I also like JRPGs. If I only could buy one game that month, maybe I buy Star Wars because all my friends are playing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's just how
I mean, I feel like it'd be the other way for me if I was into JRPGs. You know what I mean? I'd be buying that before I bought Star Wars. I would probably never play Star Wars, but
that's just how we.
But even if that is the case, good for them. Like I'd rather see them be smart, you know what I mean? Get more copies of their game out if they can.
100%.
Like, in my opinion, any kind of delay is a good one to some degree. Like, I don't know. I just don't know how much of a conversation there is about delays of that type. You know what I mean? If it's like, unless they're fucking just delaying it 10 years and then like that 10-year window comes around, then they delay it another fucking 10. You know what I mean? Unless it's something like ridiculous. Yeah. Like, obviously, that's annoying, but if you're delaying it 2 months to maybe try and make sure more people get a hold of your game, then who cares?
I got no
I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me. It's just the fact that literally last month they announced this release date. It's like, you fucking knew. Like, what the fuck? Like, why get people's hopes up kind of thing is, I don't know. That's just my...
So it's more like the issue is with communication more than the delay.
Like, it has nothing I could care less about. And it makes sense for them to move it. They don't want to fucking get Titanfall 2'd. Like, and fucking get shoved in between two shooters, which are obviously going to be bigger games than it. And like have to win by it. Like I understand that, but just like, what's the fucking point of announcing that date? Like you knew Call of Duty was coming out. You knew, and it can't. I don't know. It just
that's a good point.
It just bothers me.
I think you might be putting too much crux on that argument, CJ. I don't know if they're really like. It seems like a stretch for them to just be like, wait a minute, 2 months because these other games are coming.
Well, all right then. In 1 month of development time, something changed to where they're going to delay the game 3 months.
Maybe they found a game-breaking bug at the end of the game, dude.
Yeah, maybe they just wanted to polish it. I understand, like, wanting to put a little more time in and people getting stressed out and needing a break.
I understand, like, a couple weeks. Like, Uncharted 4 got delayed, right, like, a month before it came out, it got delayed by 3 weeks, I think. And, like, this is 3 fucking months. Like, it's completely different. I don't know. Like, nothing happened. It reminds me of, what was it? It was, like, Batman got a release date at E3, and then, like, 2 weeks later, they delayed it 6 months. And I'm just like, motherfucker, ridiculous. You knew what was happening. Or like Deus Ex, I think, did the same thing.
Do you think maybe they had this delay planned and they just wanted to announce it at E3 so that
maybe they got all the headlines, not all the headlines. I mean, it's Ni no Kuni. How many headlines did they get? But not that Ni no Kuni looks fucking awesome. But they got headlines then, and now they get headlines now. Even though it's about a delay, they still get like, and it's just like, fuck you.
The director knew what he was doing. And yeah, I heard like. You get these conversations happening. Like if we didn't get a delay on this game, nobody would be talking about it until October. Mm-hmm. And now we're talking about it now, and then we're going to be talking about it again in January. So you get these little bumps. You get these little bumps in conversation with them. It's almost like a marketing tactic.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the CEO knew when this game was coming out at E3.
And it's just like the last year when Gravity Rush 2 and what was it, Last Guardian were coming out like a week apart or 2 weeks apart. and like they're like these are the same audiences. We need to delay
That
these.
that was a bad.
And so like
was
they
a good
delayed
call.
Gravity Rush till the beginning of this year, and I don't know. It reminds me of that I'm just like fucking yeah. We'll talk about delays later.
I don't know. I wish I knew more about games from like a developmental standpoint, because it kind of feels like you're going into the argument with like one arm tied behind your back. Like you just don't.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know how to fucking
Like you know what I mean? Like we can be mad about delays all we want, but we really don't know why it's happening. To be
unrelated question: did Ni no Kuni 1 have real-time combat?
It's like kind of sort of. It's like more active time, but the combat in this game is different.
Was it like okay? Because I'm watching the gameplay and I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, the first game, it was active time battle, like basically where like you're like waiting for your thing to charge back up. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like complete turn-based like Persona or Pokemon or something like that. Okay. But then also, the way it worked was that you could run around and like try to dodge like enemy like so like there was a real-time element to it, and like you could control different of your like basically they were what were they called fucking
little Pikmin guys.
Yeah, what the fuck were they called? Familiars. They're like they were Pokemon, like for all intents and purposes. But the way it worked was that you could move them around like in the battle. Like there was a battle area, and you could move them around and try to dodge attacks that way. So like, it was pretty.
This shit looks fucking. I'm hyped. I'm hyped watching this boss fight.
Ni no Kuni 1. I think that's on PS. It's on PS3, but I think it's on PS Now or whatever.
Oh god.
So I don't know how well that stuff works, but yeah.
Do I have to play it to play the second one?
Probably not. I'm gonna assume, but it's a fucking awesome game. And
I want to. No, I don't.
It has it. Number one, the art style is awesome. It's Studio Ghibli and all that stuff. But then
I love it.
Number two, the story in it is actually really cool. Like I thought
you loved that game. You were singing the praises of that.
Yeah, Drew.
Were you trying to platinum that for a while?
Yeah, and then I gave up. Yeah, no, not gonna happen. Drew got like 75% of the trophies in it. But yeah, he liked it too. This next story we have here is about Fallout 4, and folk singer songwriter Dion DiMucci, I guess is how you probably say it. He apparently is the person that sings the song "The Wanderer." If you've seen any, yeah, that one. Apparently he's suing Fallout 4. Who used that clip or that song in there?
Suing Fallout 4.
Also, how long ago did this fucking ad come out? Isn't this like old as fuck?
That was funny. Yeah.
My dad works for Fallout 4, and he said that Dion DiMucci's gonna sue them.
He's suing Bethesda or ZeniMax or whoever it is, for using this in a commercial that came out in 2015. Clearly.
Damn it. You probably saw it on
just
TV.
now turned on his fucking CRT TV to watch some Price is Right and saw this ad.
What the fuck is this shit?
He just got the internet because net neutrality started working wherever he lives. But yeah, he objects to the song being used in a commercial that features repeated homicides in a dark dystopian landscape where violence is glorified as sport. The
kills a fucking like roach.
He's fighting big mutants too, though.
Yeah. I forgot about the mutants.
The claim calls Fallout 4 repugnant and morally indefensible, as consisting of repugnant and morally indefensible images.
This guy looked as much like a dad as I
protect our mutants.
Yeah, but yeah, what do you think of this, Aaron? This is funny.
I mean, it's like comical. I think I don't understand. One, it was fucking 2015. Like, why are you just now bringing this up? And I don't know. Like, I just don't even know what the argument is here. Like, it's shoots like a roach in the beginning, and then I think the only other shots fired were at like super mutants, which I mean, I guess you could argue that we need to, I don't know, confirm that mutants are bad before we shoot them. I'm not really sure. I just don't know.
He's got this. He had in his agreement with his record label. They claimed that anyone is allowed to use any of his songs for advertising. But it has a clause that says that he has to personally approve it. So what I think happened is he was aware of this, and then like at some point was like, wait a minute, that clause, they never added that. How can I get $1 million out of this situation? And now he's like, it's morally repugnant.
Yeah,
you have to pay me $1 million now. And like I guess that he's right, because if they didn't ask him and it really said that in the clause, then like, Crux is on Bethesda to kind of own up. But I don't know why they didn't clear it. I'm so surprised that they slipped like that.
I don't know. I think there's probably some more like he's just, I don't know. It's very the story I'm reading right now. It says he disagrees with the song's usage. He said it didn't fit the message that was going on in the trailer. And he says in The Wanderer, he tells the sad story of a young man who wanders from town to town, searching for a relationship. And the song describes isolation during a coming of age tale. And like this song, no better song fits this trailer than that song, literally.
Yeah.
And it's just like part of his defense is that this song doesn't make any sense with this fucking thing. It's just like go fuck yourself.
It wasn't that like the title track for Fallout 4 almost?
Yeah, it
like,
was one of the bigger ones for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that constantly was like fucking playing. Till I turned the sound off and started listening to podcasts. Which is how you should play Fallout 4 because it's not that good of a game.
No.
I mean, it was fine.
Play
But
something that's better.
it's like the perfect podcast game for
Yeah, it is. Yeah, just knocking out fucking side missions, doing shit for the fucking what are they called? The underground or the railroad?
You talking about like the Farmville shit where you had to like build
Tunnel
your own?
snakes.
No, not that's Fallout 3. The tunnel snakes are cool, dude. Shout out to Buzz or.
Did you say that was Fallout 3? Because it definitely wasn't.
The tunnel snakes?
Tunnel snakes?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Farmville, like build your fucking
No,
village
the
thing.
tunnel snakes. The tunnel snakes are Fallout 3. That was like
Yeah, they definitely were Fallout 3.
But no, the what was the best faction you could join the Fallout 4? It was like the railroad or the underground or something like that. I think it was called.
I don't remember. I remember the railroad.
Yeah, that was them. They
Oh,
were
the
best
Syndicate, I think, was the other one.
I can't remember. This is how forgettable that game is. Anyway, the next story we have here is about Destiny 2 and the beta, which is coming out on PS4 and Xbox One sometime next week, depending on what kind of fucking status you have. So if you pre-ordered on PS4, you can get it July 18th. If you pre-ordered it on Xbox One, you can get it July 19th. And if you do it on both of them, you can get it July 20th. If you want to play it on either one, you can get it July 21st. So yeah, what are you guys? What is your excitement level for Destiny 2, Aaron?
I'm pretty excited. I mean, it's like I'm not dying to play it, but I'm excited for it to come out. I kind of want a fun, like, big multiplayer game like that to get back into, you know?
Mm-hmm. Cause you've been playing Diablo a bunch, and like I feel like this is like it'll scratch the same itch.
Yeah, and better in some ways. Like I don't know. I'm excited to play something different, and I really liked Destiny when I played it, so I'm excited to see, I guess, just more Destiny. And I've heard that's kind of what Destiny 2 is so far.
Yeah.
Like first impressions.
Yeah.
Better or worse?
Yeah.
Yeah, David, how are you gonna play this beta at all? You care?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play the beta. I'm gonna play that. I play a lot of betas because they're like better demos. Betas aren't betas anymore. It's not. They're not gonna fucking take a big thread of suggestions and like do them carefully.
100%.
I mean, they might, but they probably.
No, they're not.
Betas are just demos. They're marketing tactics. I don't think they should be called betas anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, that's a whole other argument.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, no, let's
play
talk about that. Let's talk about that. Cause all right, so the thing that bothers me most about this is so like the point of a beta is to bug test or something like that, and the thing I think Nintendo does well.
They don't call them betas.
There's also the distinction between a beta, like a closed beta and an open beta, and this is like the open beta.
Yeah.
So at this point, they've worked out most of the major bugs. This is more or less like a stress test for servers, I feel
But
like.
that
Didn't
right.
call it that.
So no, that's the point I want to make.
I mean, it's just easier to say beta than fucking server stress test. Like, and people know.
I'm fine if it is just a server stress test and it's for the beta, but that is my problem with this. So if you pre-order it on PS4, you get it July 18th. If you pre-order it on Xbox One, you get it July 19th. If you're anybody else, you get it July 21st. So you're splitting your player base up, who you hypothetically want to test the server, into three different factions, which like is fucking infuriating. Also, it'd be infuriating to be an Xbox One owner. If I pre-order the game, I'm so excited for Destiny, I still get it fucking a day later after PS4. People, it's like, what the fuck? Fuck you, Bungie. Like that's.
Well, I mean, I feel like that has less to do with the fact that it's a beta and more to do with
that's
like,
the
different
Sony
companies.
marketing shit.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fucking
Sony
so stupid.
Paid top dollar for that extra 24 hours. Not to mention, the people who are beta testing and supposed to be, bug reporting or whatever the fuck that they probably won't look at. The people who can do it the earliest, so the first comments in the threads and things about issues are people who have already bought the game. So basically you've got, the most diehard like Destiny 2 fans that have already paid off the game and are jumping in the beta day one. And then you've got the people who might be a little more critical of the game later on in the stress test, kind of getting buried by all of that initial feedback from fans. Not saying that they'll be blinded by fanboyism or anything. If it was truly a beta, I would expect an open field, a lot of like discussion and bug testing. And yeah, what you were saying, CJ, is Nintendo, they call the Splatoon 2 what other people might call a beta. It's Splatfest. It's a normal game mode that they're just having for free. With ARMS, they did the test punch.
Yeah, and with ARMS
come up with
specifically,
cute
they
names.
limited it to like 1 hour windows to test the servers as much as they could. And with an
Yeah.
always online game like Destiny, the servers literally need to work. And with Destiny 1, we had problems at launch with that. And like I know games have gotten better since like 2014, 2015, where they don't launch broken as much. But like still, it's like I don't know. It just bothers me that the only purpose of this beta, because like the game is mostly ironed out at this point. They might change a few sliders, do whatever. I don't know how game development works, but they might do a few things here or there. But like the biggest thing you can test right now is your servers, and you're completely fucking that over by splitting up the player base as much as you are.
Well, on the other side of it, though, to kind of play devil's advocate to this argument, betas for multiplayer games like Destiny, and Aaron, I'm sure you'll agree with me, are usually to test like the balance of certain things. So,
That's actually what I was going to say next, like hotfix type stuff.
Yeah, you can only balance so much in like an internal development cycle. So when players are going on the forums and things, and I think that Bungie really will be good about this. If I'm playing Destiny 2 and I have a gun that I fucking use and I just kill everybody in the server, consistently with it, like those guns in Call of Duty with those fucking shotguns. What are they called? That you could dual wield.
Model 1887s or whatever.
The fuck, like shit like that. Like you can hotfix that in a couple of days. You can hotfix that in an hour. If you wanted, like
It's just about the percentages, like the damage output, things like that.
Yeah, it's a very easy fix. So I think that the beta here won't be as much like, hey, this aspect of the game is shitty, change it. Like they don't have time, and more like server tests to a degree is going to happen. They're going to take a look at the traffic and the stress and things, but also hot fixing the balance. I think is also very.
I don't know. It's all interesting. Yeah, that's what I think about betas. This next story is a pretty interesting one. It's about Steam banning 40,000 cheaters in one day.
Oh my god.
From the Steam thing. I don't know how they figure out who they were and stuff. Apparently the last time they did this, 15,000 people got banned, so they more than doubled their percentage of people. But yeah, this is cool. Good for Valve for sticking to it, and I'm so glad PlayStation is keeping us from playing with them, because they have no way of protecting the children, so from cheaters. That's great. But yeah,
even though I've seen in the fucking Reddit, speaking of that, like for Rocket League, all of like the griefing and shit and like people DDoSing servers are all PSN players.
I don't know. This was just a cute little story I thought was fun. The next story I wanted to actually talk about though is Neo in the DLC, the Defiant Honor. Yeah, DLC gets a release date of July 25th. David, me and you both played Neo.
Yep.
I had fun with it. I feel like it went on a little too long.
I agree.
Do you care about the DLC at all? Are you gonna play it at all, or how?
First of all, Umibozu can go fuck himself. That boss sucks ass. Second of all, wasn't there already a DLC for this game?
I think there was. I think this is like kind of like Zelda, where like the first DLC is like this is the bigger one. Yeah.
Can I buy them both together?
Probably.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Oh, well, this is only gonna be $10. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I forget this game exists.
I forget. As good as this game was, I feel like it more so than Nier, which I didn't like. I feel like it gets talked about way less than other games that came out in that March window where everything was fucking popping off.
Well, because the game gets so fucking stagnant. By like halfway through, you've seen every enemy in the game.
Yeah.
And the late game enemies are just those enemies, but bigger. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Until you get to the boss, it's all very
times.
similar.
It's so grindy, and I will take a look at how this DLC is received by the community. I will take a look at what it really adds, and then I'll make I'm not hyped for it. I'm not even like planning on buying it. If it's good, I'll maybe pick it up, but that's like a big investment to get back into that grindiness, farming, and leveling. It's a great game. It was really good when it came out during release window, and you're part of the discussion. But now I feel like the community's dwindled, and I don't know how excited I am to get back into Neo, but I did enjoy.
Another thing I wanted to say is, did they ever add PvP stuff? I feel like that was something they were gonna do.
Yeah, they were. That's right. They were talking about patching that in for the longest time, and I guess I don't know. They said it was coming, and that they were gonna add it.
Leave us a comment. Did they ever add that? Aaron, you never played Neo. Do you care at all?
Nah, not even a little bit.
You ever
Probably
play
not.
it?
Like it's
No.
still sitting on my shelf. Like it looks cool. Like I'm not saying it's a bad game or anything. Like I'm sure I would like it if I played it. There's so much other shit I still haven't
Did you
gotten
ever
to.
play it
Like
at all? Did you buy it? Never play it?
no, Drew let me borrow it, and I've been
Oh.
hanging on to it for like literally since it came out almost.
That's right.
It's just been sitting on my shelf. Like I still have that Doom. I haven't
Doom's
finished
fucking
Horizon
great.
yet. I still have to finish Mass Effect. Like I'm way behind.
Mass Effect. I didn't put in a thing. Mass Effect is getting a demo where you can play like the first 10 hours for free.
I saw that. Yeah,
On
it's
everything.
please
That's
play our game.
Oh, I still have Final Fantasy on my shelf.
Yeah.
I think that's
Worth playing too.
You should
I would like to
it.
play that again sometime. To be honest with you, like I went through it so fast that I feel like I missed a lot of important things.
You're in the best time to get Horizon. They just patched it. Yeah, added a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I need to finish Horizon too. I'm
Plus,
probably like halfway through that game.
great game.
Pull yourself away from Diablo. Knock that out.
I gotta
Doom
get the
is
platinum,
like-
dude. I can't stop till I get the platinum.
How close?
if I don't
What is
finish
the
it-
Diablo Platinum like? Is it like just a grind fest?
It's not
fucking
hard really,
time
but it's
consuming.
time consuming.
Yeah.
Like the last trophy I need to get 500 bounties, which is fucking absurd. Like I'm at 250 something now.
And you've beat
Even if
So-
every bounty takes 1 minute, which they don't, they take like.
Yeah,
like-
even more than that sometimes if it's one of the shitty ones. Like say I do 5 to 10 bounties a day, it's gonna take me fucking almost an entire month to finish this fucking trophy. Like that's stupid.
And are the bounties fun?
Some of
Not-
like
not
they
for a
were
while.
the first like maybe fucking 40 or 50 that I did, but like when you're just grinding them out to get a trophy, they're not that fun.
This next story I have here is about Spider-Man and Insomniac talking about how big the map is for Spider-Man, and they said it's going to be several times larger than Sunset City, which was their open world game Sunset Overdrive's map, which I felt like was pretty big. I know you guys didn't play that. That game's really cool.
Okay.
Too bad it's stranded on the Xbox One. But how are you guys feeling about Spider-Man? Aaron, I know you weren't on our E3 show. I kind of wanted to get your take on Spider-Man.
I think it looks awesome. Like I've been getting more into Spider-Man lately just because of all the hype around the movie. You know, I've been like reading about some stuff. Like I was reading about Spider-Gwen today. That was pretty fun. But anyway, yeah, I think it looks cool. I'm excited about the open world Spider-Man. Like that's the Spider-Man game that I think everybody wants and needs. I think the fucking suit looks dope. I've heard some people that are mad about the suit.
Yeah, how do you feel
I
about
think
the
it looks
suit,
awesome.
David? The white spider,
The white spider.
like the Spider-Man suit. He's got like the big
Oh,
white
the
spider.
white.
I think it looks fucking
No,
sick.
I think it
I
looks
didn't
cool.
even notice. I don't know
Oh,
shit about.
That's like a big thing. Yeah,
Okay.
fucking dork.
Cool. Looks cool. Red, white, and blue.
There better be like a
Homer.
Spider-Gwen fucking costume, playable character, something like that in the new one. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I hope they have a lot of cool costumes. They get,
Spider-Gwen's suit is fucking dope too. Hers looks awesome.
I like you're gonna like Homecoming. If you haven't seen Homecoming, you should definitely see Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming.
Dude, is it
Is
what? It's like Earth 62 or some shit that she's Spider-Gwen.
What do you mean?
Like the universe that she is Spider. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just Gwen Stacy, she is
Oh yeah,
Spider-Gwen.
it's it's in one of the continuities. I don't know. I don't keep up with the Spider-Man comics. I've read some like one-off ones, like Blue and such. But
Yeah, dude, I went deep down the rabbit hole when I was reading about it. Like, there's so many different offshoot continuities. Like, Gwen Stacy gets clones that fucking have kids and shit in some
yeah,
of them.
there's ones where like two Spider-Mans come together, like Amazing Spider-Man and like Spectacular Spider-Man or something like that come together. And
Yeah.
then like in one universe there's a Miles Morales, and then the other universe there might be a Miles Morales, but they haven't discovered if Miles Morales is a person yet, and stuff like that. And it's all.
I know there's a. Well, I mean, I don't want to say things. I don't want to spoil it for David if you're going to see it. But I know there's
I am.
a few cool Easter eggs in Homecoming.
Oh yeah, for sure. You guys should.
More than a few.
Yeah, you should definitely watch Homecoming. Homecoming's really cool. Hannibal Buress is hilarious in it. This next story is kind of just a quick little thing about What Remains of Edith Finch, 2017's best game. Putting that out there. It's coming
No.
it's coming to Xbox One on July 19th or for $20. Just basically just an announcement. And yeah, What Remains of Edith Finch is definitely something you should play, because that game's fucking awesome.
I don't think the game's for everybody.
Must play.
No.
If you don't play it, you're not a real gamer. You're a fake gamer. Do you hear me, Aaron? Look at me in the eyes. Look at me in the eyes. Look at me in the eyes. You're a fake fucking gamer. Play the fucking
I'm
game.
a piece of shit.
It's-
What is this that we're talking about again? I spaced out.
It's a like a first person narrative game. It's from the developers of the Unfinished Swan. If you ever played that.
That's What Remains of Edith Finch.
Yeah, What Remains of Edith Finch. It's
Yeah,
really
that's another
fucking
one that's on
awesome.
my backlog. Like, I really want to play it. I just haven't gotten around to it. I
And
have
it's
so
like
much
2
other shit.
hours. It's the perfect game to sit down with somebody and play it. I think.
I agree with that.
This next story is about everybody's favorite fucking killing simulator is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. They're adding new servers where it's first person only. And I know David,
that's another one I need to play.
We haven't had the most fun playing Battlegrounds, but I've been playing it a lot recently.
It's not because of the game. It's just because the game won't fucking run on my system. Like the game, like I feel like we're pretty good at it when we get to play it. We just can't play it right now.
But I'm very excited for this actually because I think this obviously if you made any game from third person into first person it would change the game. But this more so than anything because the way third person works is that you can like hold Alt and look around like all over the map and stuff like that, and you have so much spatial awareness. Whereas in first person, you can only look like 180 degrees, like side to side. You can't look anywhere else, and like that would change so much about like if you miss seeing people and stuff like that. I don't know. It would make it so much more fun, and I definitely would try this out for sure. I don't know about you.
Yeah, David. I would love to. I would love to try. I love first person mode in that game, and I know a lot of people are asking for this. People are worried about it splitting the community, but when you have 300,000 people playing your game,
a billion people play it.
So, will you have people playing third and first person like view modes in the same game type?
No, it's like
I was about to say, 'cause that seems kinda
it's its
unfair.
own server. In the regular server, it's mainly you always play in third person, but you can do either. It's like in Battlefront, like you could play first or third person, but like everybody plays third person, pretty much. You're putting yourself at a disadvantage. But now they're making a separate server for people that only want to play first person.
That's pretty cool.
And yeah, I definitely, Aaron, you should check it out, man.
I really want to, but it's again, it's a time issue. Like I just
squat up, never roll alone on it, man. It's fucking
that'd be awesome.
It is a blast. And then
You like the Left 4 Dead days, dude. That game was awesome.
Talking about playing that again, but
we should play Left 4 Dead. I fucking
loved that game back in the day.
Play it the minute you buy it.
I literally own it right now.
Oh well, okay.
I'm pretty sure I have Left 4 Dead 2 on Steam.
Yeah, we should play that.
Left 4 Dead later.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm into that. I don't hate that idea. This last story is a little cute little one. It's about the Nintendo theme park that's gonna be open up in Tokyo. Is they have a ride where you can see Mario Kart in VR and what that would look like, and there's some gifts and stuff here, and it looks fucking terrifying with like fucking piranha plants like coming down.
Piranha plants are gonna get you, man.
Holy shit, it's fucking
like
scary.
Universal Studios shit right there.
Did you guys see that GIF of fucking? It was like Wario jump, like you know how when you hit R when you're coming off of a jump, you do the spin thing.
Yeah.
And fucking Yoshi comes up behind him, and Wario just like punches him in the face. It was so funny.
What the fuck? You can actually play this?
Oh yeah, it's at the Tokyo Park or whatever.
What the fuck? This is awesome.
Yeah, you would play Mario Kart in VR for sure?
I would play the fuck out of this.
It does look like it would be terrifying. Like you might come out of it with like PTSD.
Dude. Oh my god! You know what it would really do? It would really give the respect to that Lakitu deserves when he fucking comes down and saves you. You can look up at him like a god. He would finally get the respect that he really deserves.
This is what VR needed, was the Nintendo Poly.
Yeah, it looks really cute.
It plays.
So yeah, that moves us into the next segment where we is it recommends or no? It's the what are we playing game or what are we playing segment. I like how Aaron. So I color coordinate this on the run a show thing. Aaron just decided to go rogue and just make his green when his name is orange. I respect.
It didn't give me a choice, dude. I started typing and it came out green, and I was like, all right, I guess that's happening.
You made it green and underlined too. That's
I don't
great.
know how that happened.
That's great for my OCD. I love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, David, you've been playing Ed McMullen's new game, The End Is Nigh. Do you want to talk about that?
Yep. Yeah, I will actually. Okay, so good and bad. I beat it today. I thought I was gonna fucking break my computer. Last stage is. So the way the game works is pretty cool. There's it's very much like Meat Boy. If you like Meat Boy, you will like this game. I think I like this game stylistically a little more than Meat Boy, and gameplay, like the way it feels, the game feels a little bit better than Meat Boy. But there's no wall jumping. There's ledge grabbing and corner grabbing. There's no sprint button, and there's a lot of like momentum based jumping. So you have a lot more control in the air. So it's very much slower paced. Levels are about the same size, but the world is like continuous. It's not like you go back to the map every time. It's like you go to the next screen. Some screens you can like go up and then come back to the screen you were in before, and then you're higher. So it's got a lot of cool little secrets like that, a lot of really cool things built in. But basically, there's a collectible in the game called Tumors, and this is kind of a spoiler, but not really. So when you beat the game,
No, do not spoil the end of Nye's story for me, David. I've heard it's basically a Stephen King novel, is what I've heard. It's like it's The Stand 2.0.
It's The Stand. That is a good comparison. You know, I didn't even.
Whoa. Wait, are you actually being serious? I thought this was like a.
Fucking dropped my mic. Whoa, that was
It's
probably
The
really
Stand,
loud.
man. Holy shit! It's all crashing down.
Oh fuck no, but yeah, kinda it is. So basically, you're trying to make a friend, like build a friend. So you go and get a body, a head, and a like heart, which is like a glowing orb. And when you get the friend, you basically you end the world again, and then you're in like the apocalypse zone, which is like Meat Boy's dark world. So it's like the same game you play through for like 4 stages, but they're harder. They're like a lot. And then when you get to the end of that, you're in like a sewer place, and it's the last level, and it's probably 15 to 20 screens you have to go through, but you have lives in this. So the amount of lives you have is correlated to how many tumors you picked up. So the more tumors you got in the main game, the more you're going to stand a chance of beating the last level. And then there's an escape sequence like in Meat Boy where you get to the end of this very long last level and you have 6 minutes to go backwards through every one of those stages, and without dying more than the amount of which you won't have time to do. But that took me for fucking ever. I thought I was going to go crazy. But I basically had to go and practice this one screen in the normal mode like a bunch of times backwards because that was the one that was fucking me up. And it was very intense. But it's a very good game. If you like Meat Boy, you like Edmund's stuff, you will like it.
Were you playing mouse and keyboard, David? Or is that
I was playing PS4 D-pad.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Highly recommended with the D-pad.
Yeah, for sure. With the
analog stick is not enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would highly recommend it. There's shit tons of things to do. There's tons of secrets. The cartridges you find are their own little games, which are too hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that has it's like every world basically you have to beat it without dying.
Okay.
It's like 50 screens. I watched someone do it.
Nah, fuck this. Yeah.
It looks hard as fuck. I'm watching the trailer now. It's like Meat Boy. Like I was terrible at Super Meat Boy too.
I made it to like the 4th world and then never finished it.
I'm very proud of myself. I beat it in, I beat it in 7 hours. The main strike.
There you go.
Fucking. It was very rewarding, and I always wanted to go back.
So is it basically just Meat Boy with a new coat of skin? It's nothing.
Yeah, that was my complaint. Kind of, it doesn't bring anything new to the table.
Tried and true, tested.
Like literally no new ideas at all. Which is fine because Edmund really has, he's got wind under his sails now, and he's got a lot of momentum in his game making. And I think this was more of just like catharsis for him. He just wanted to make it familiar, and I understand that. It's any kind of art. I'll draw. Like some days I just want to draw shit that I've done before. I'll just rehash ideas. Very like nice. But he just managed to make a good game, and I mean this is like the same game he's made before. Some people are gonna find fault in that, but honestly, I was ready for basically a Meat Boy 2, and that's what this is. I liked it. I'd recommend it for sure.
Cool. Aaron, we talked about Diablo a little bit earlier, but did you
want
to
talk about Diablo the last 2 episodes?
Yeah, I can skip Diablo.
Do you want to talk about the Zelda DLC, the Trials of whatever the fuck?
Yeah. So, Trial of the Sword. Basically, there's 3 levels. There's the beginning trials, middle trials, and final trials. And each time you complete one of those trials, it adds, I think it's like 10 damage to the Master Sword. And when you beat all 3 of them, obviously it stays at like the max charge or whatever the fuck you want to call it forever. They're super fun. It's like the Eventide Island shrine, basically. Like you go in with nothing and you just have to like scrounge around and survive. It's super fun. Like I absolutely loved it for the first 2 trials. The final one is the most frustrating fucking thing I've ever done in my entire life. It could just be because I died because I was being stupid. Like I'm sure I don't know if it's fault to the DLC or not yet. Like it's still too fresh. I just died last night. Like, so one of the floors in the final trial section, there's a circular room with a bunch of trees, and it's literally surrounded by guardian enemies. I don't know if you've gotten to those yet, CJ. They shoot fucking lasers out of their face, and they can one-shot you.
Yeah.
So I was meticulous as fuck, like going through, like doing the like what do you call that, parry, I guess, to shoot the laser back in their fucking faces. Killed. I think there was literally like 6 or 7 of them in a circle around the room. So I had to like strategically position myself between like them and a tree so that only one could target me at a time. It was a fucking nightmare. I get through that, get to the next floor, and fucking get pinned into a corner by one of the spider guardians and just hammered to death through 3 fairies until I fucking actually died. And like, I don't think I've ever been so mad at a video game in my life.
Yeah,
You're not making me want to do that.
that sounds
Literally,
so,
it fucking stood on top of me and just fucking nailed me into the ground with the laser until I died.
How many floors are there in it? Like,
It varies. I think that's the other bullshit thing that I forgot to mention is the final trials is like you'll go through say 6 or 7 floors, then you get to like a safe haven room where you get like fairies and food and maybe some better gear or something, and then you go into the next section, which is another group of like anywhere from like 7 to 10 floors, and then a safe haven, and then it goes, and usually that's the end. There's only one safe haven, then you do the next part, and that's the end of that like trial. The final trials, there's at least 3 of them. I was well into the 3rd one when I died, and then you have to do all of that again. So that's like 4 hours of gameplay I just have to repeat.
that is not fun.
Yeah. So that's my story for that.
Yeah, so buy the Zelda DLC. I beat my first Divine Beast in Zelda. And I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it improved it has made me want to keep going. I thought it was the flying one. I don't know this fucking names. Is that language real? That language is just Zelda language, right? It's not
talking about the Hylian stuff.
Whatever it is, I don't know. Like it's like temple something, whatever. Like the temple names, they're not real, right? Or the shrine names. Yeah, whatever.
Some of them are based on like past characters. I know like Naboris or whatever, Naburu. That's based on like the sage from Ocarina of Time. I don't know if the other ones' names are significant. I'm sure they are, but I don't know what they are.
Okay, yeah. But I had a lot of fun. I thought, like, I know you've said, Aaron, that one of your big problems with the game is that all the bosses are pretty similar. But I had a lot of fun.
Well, the mechanics are all like radically different, but they all look exactly the same.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I just thought I thought it was really, the fight wasn't the best part. Obviously, the puzzle, like going through the thing.
I love that you can manipulate the divine beasts to solve the puzzles. That's
They're
awesome.
all like that. They're all really fun.
Yeah, I thought that was very cool. The actual fight, I just shot him with like 20 bomb arrows and then he died. It was pretty easy. Like I had like 2 hearts because I had like fucking fell in some goop or whatever. Like I was like, oh fuck, I'm fucked because I didn't bring any food up here. And then I just
you gotta watch out for the goop.
I shot him with fucking like 20 bomb arrows and he died. It was like really easy. But yeah.
The best part is when you have like ancient arrows and you can just delete enemies from existence. Like I did that with a Lionel in one of the trial floors.
Yeah, so it's turned me around on the game to a certain extent. I'm trucking through it. I'm gonna get there eventually. But the main thing I've been playing this week is a game on Steam called The Sexy Brutale, which is up there for 2017's worst game name, because that name is just dreadful. But the game itself is fucking awesome. So basically, the way it's a puzzle game, but the way it works is you're in a house with like, so there's different rooms in the house. It's like it's isometric, like third person, where you're looking down like at your character, and then you enter a room, and then the whole map changes to just that room, and then you enter another. You know what I'm saying? And then basically you're looking into different rooms, and there's people, and I don't want to spoil anything, but like people are dying basically, and you're trying to
murder mystery.
Yeah, you're.
This looks awesome.
You're trying to prevent their deaths, and so you'll go through an area, see how somebody dies, and then you have a pocket watch where you can rewind time to where you want it to be. And then you have to see the elements that led to their death and like change parts of them and change like maybe what building they're going into, like maybe you put a blank in a gun that shot them so they have time to escape or something like that without whoever's gonna know. And it's really fucking cool. I'm only like 3 levels into it, so I think there's like 7 people that you have to save, but I'm on the 3rd one. But it's fucking fantastic game. Like having a ball with it. It has a terrible name. I don't know who decided that was gonna be the name, but the like in the masks and stuff all give you different.
I love it, dude. It looks awesome.
It's really cool. It's only on PC right now. I'm playing it with a controller, so I'm sure it'll come to console some point in the future. But it is. I highly recommend it. It is a lot of fun, and definitely check that out. Yeah.
Speaking of puzzle games.
No, speaking of puzzle games.
I picked up a game called Antichamber, which was on sale for $4.
Uh-huh.
You guys heard of that game?
Never.
If it's so it's kind of like it's a puzzle game where it's very simplistic. It's not on sale. It's a very simplistic art style. It's like black and white, mostly with some color. And you move cubes around with this little gun, but it is constantly like fucking with you. Like it's got a lot of like perspective tricks and just like is always like subverting your expectations on things. And I'm not very far into it. Um, Very cool. Just unlike anything I've ever played. I don't really know how to describe. Mind bending.
The way it reminds me of Unfinished Swan kind of, in the way it like looks and plays,
Yeah,
just like with
yeah.
more color.
It's great. I think if you like puzzle games, you would. Very weird. It's a very weird game. I would recommend it though.
So now this brings us to the next segment, which is the current recommend segment, where David, I think, has a game that
Yeah. So this game is not old like they have been. Oh, excuse me. Usually in our recommend segment, they're overlooked.
these
But
are
this
kind
is
of older games.
yeah, they're older games that got remastered. This is the Wipeout Omega Collection on PS4. Came out this year, a few weeks ago. So basically, it's three Wipeout games. It's 2047, which was on PSP, HD, and then Fury, which is the HD DLC, which is as big as one of the games. It's like three games. I'm going through HD right now. I'm almost done with it. And my first impression of these games was they look like good. They're anti-grav racers, so they're kind of like F-Zero. There's a Red Out game that just is coming out soon for console. That game's a lot faster, so I guess compared to that, I thought they looked kind of slow. I don't know if this is me. There's like some kart racing kind of elements where there's weapons in the races. But then when I started playing them, like the sense of speed is actually very good. What I didn't realize is there's 4 speed settings for every map. They go like from 1 star to 4 stars. And on the last world, they're all the 4 stars, so they're fast as fuck. And like you have to be like air drifting and constantly racing. But it really eases you there, so you really feel like you're go through the map. There's a ton of different game modes. There's graphics, like it might be the best looking PS4 game that I've played that runs at 60 FPS. Racing games are known for having really good graphics because they don't have to render a whole lot at once. That sells you like the game is gorgeous looking.
Mm-hmm.
It is very, very well. There's tons of different. Basically, they're companies that own the ships, and you can have like a loyalty bonus with them if you play that brand enough. You can kind of pick which ship you like based on its stats, and then stick with it, and then you get bonuses. Yeah, I'd recommend it a lot if you like racing games. If you like Mario Kart, which is kind of how I went into it, because I'm not a huge racing fan, but I was like, I like Mario Kart. Always wanted to try an air racing game, so I'm going to try this, and I liked it a lot. So if you're a fan of that kind of more arcadey, pick it up.
Cool.
Deal, honestly, at $40.
Great.
Great. I'm going to kill my son.
Yeah, so cool. Pick up Wipeout. I think I'm gonna get it here in the coming weeks. I kind of want to mess around with it. Does that have multiplayer at all, or is it just leaderboard?
Yeah.
Oh, it does. All right.
Yeah, it does. It's online. There's not a lot of lobbies at any given time, but lobby going.
All right.
Cool. More popular in Europe.
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna bring it to the topic of the week. We touched on it kind of a lot earlier, so I don't know how much more we really have to say. But we wanted to talk about game delays and kind of how we feel about game delays generally, and kind of I want to talk about specifically some games which have been delayed or that have kind of annoyed you, or how you guys feel about that. So, Aaron, what is your overall sentiment about game delays?
I think in most cases they're welcome, like even needed. If the developer feels like they're not ready to release their game in its best state, then don't push it as much as you need to. But when it comes down to, like you said earlier, like fucking Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, like pretty much Square Enix in general, like just delaying everything until the end of fucking time, like come on, there has to be some kind of like, all right guys, I think it's time to stop delaying this, like we either need to fucking shit or get off the pot, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. But I guess what I'm trying to say is in most cases I feel like delays are a good thing.
So, do you feel, I don't know, so like you say delays are a good thing, I guess to a certain extent, because you just brought up the Square. I was going to say, with your favorite franchises, does it bother you more than, because for me, I think it's easy to say, Oh, delays are a good thing when, I don't know, well, what's something that got delayed? When Quantum Break got delayed. Yeah, delays are a good thing. I'm excited to play Quantum Break, but whatever.
But it's not
it's not the end. But like when The Last of Us 2 gets delayed, it's like I want to fucking play The Last of Us. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's
It's super frustrating. Obviously, it's like, shit, I want to play that right now because it's so awesome. But at the same time, I feel like you should be able to take a step back from it and be like, okay, these people have lives. They have shit they need to do. Also, they want to release the game in the best state it can possibly be released in.
Yeah.
So I feel like they should take all the time they feel like they need to take to do that.
David, what are some games that have been delayed that have really gotten your goat or really like?
Oh man.
Because I can think of one. I guess this is kind of it's not a test. It's like a segue into kind of. Do you remember when they launched the Kickstarter for Bloodstain Symphony or the Castlevania game?
Yeah, the game looks like it.
I think it actually looks pretty neat. Like I think the 2.5D looks okay. But that game got kickstarted in 2016, the beginning of 2016, I believe. And then or maybe 2015 actually. But then it got delayed last year into 2018. So like 2 years from when, and like
that's not even the worst example. Mighty Number 9 is probably the most egregious.
Yeah, Mighty Number 9 is egregious, but Mighty Number 9 was like a terrible game, so like I don't even want to talk about it.
That makes it even worse.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 in that same boat too?
Yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is another great example.
That shit's never coming out even now.
Oh my god.
I don't know why they announced it.
I wanted to say, how do you guys feel about it when it's like a Kickstarter? Or whatever, where people have already paid you like literal money to
then you're getting into dangerous territory. Just
like Ukulele even got delayed, I think 3 months or 6 months.
Yeah, these people are paying for a product they expected on time, but again, I feel like it's the same thing. Like the logic shouldn't be any different, really, because I mean, I get that you already spent your money, but that's kind of the point of an investment. I feel like you're investing your money in this product, not knowing 100% for sure whether or not it's going to pass or fail. You know, so you just need to be patient and hope that it comes out the best it can be. But again, I understand. See, I don't know. I don't even know how I feel about that one, I guess.
Like, so, like, there are people that backed Mighty Number 9 expecting that game to come out on the Vita.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, they delayed it, and, like, maybe kind of situation.
That's never gonna.
That's not like that. Like, what the fuck? Like, I guess that's an extreme example, maybe. More so, maybe, with,
That makes it a good example, though. One.
I guess, but, like, I'm trying to think of middle of the road things to make you guys upset about. What about, What's the one game? It's like a simulation game. Shenmue 3. Like that game got announced on stage at E3.
Simulation game?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Oh, I'm thinking
it's like a lifestyle simulation.
Shenmue, isn't that like a?
I get what you're saying.
Like there's it's like Persona, and that's a fucking like a lifestyle sim game, kind of. Isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
I honestly don't know.
I've never played them, but yeah.
I thought those games were like wildly popular though. Like, aren't they rebooting?
Wildly popular is
I mean, not yeah. That was the wrong phrase. They're like they have a really strong.
They have a hardcore
popularity.
Following,
yeah,
for sure. And they're making the third one. It got announced at E3 2 years ago. They're kickstarting it, and we haven't heard anything from it. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Kickstarters are more prone, I think, to putting lofty release dates on for the sake of getting Kickstarter money, and I don't even think that they should necessarily be allowed to change them, because it makes it super scummy. Like if a game is being announced by like a publisher or something,
yeah, it's
less. You're not like promising anything to people who are gonna like the money's already there. The publisher's already paid for the game's development. They know when it's going to be coming out. If the developer has problems at that point, it's on the publisher. Yeah. But if a Kickstarter announces a date of like 2018 right now, and I'm like, oh shit, I would love to play that in 2018, and then I give them like $20,
mm-hmm.
and then they're like, that's actually not going to happen. And like, you kind of have to think that they knew that it might not happen then, and they're kind of like, it's kind of scummy to just put a release. Like, and that's kind of, I feel like it falls into that trap of Kickstarters. Like, do they put the release dates there to entice people, or does that honestly what they believe the game is going to?
Yeah.
Like, or you could get into Broken Age when that game came out. It came out, they had a release date for it, and then they got like that was like the one that like destroyed Kickstarter. They got like 3 million or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And like so their scope of what they wanted to do changed So then that makes the release date further out, but like, is that what people want? Kind of situation, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know.
I don't know. It's tricky. I feel like
It's also one of those
this is
things where you
why-
can never make everybody happy. I feel like.
This is why community feedback is very. Put out fucking polls. Ask people. Like, ask the people who funded the game what they'd like to see their fucking money.
Yeah.
They are the reason this game is going to exist. I think that like a straw poll type system on Kickstarter or something, like what should we prioritize now? What is like, what stretch goal would you like to see the most implemented, like the most deeply, or anything like that? Is just very, any kind of community feedback is good.
Just throw up a Twitter poll. Should there be a polling system on fucking Kickstarter?
The thing I would criticize about that is I understand it for like stretch goals is like, what do you care more about, the art book or the toy or whatever the fuck.
Little things, yeah.
But like, but with games, I know EA does this where they're like, they put out surveys like, what do you want to see in the new Mass Effect game? And they're like, do you want to see more dating elements? Do you want to see better gameplay? Do you want to see? And at that point, I feel like you're like crowdsourcing the art of game design, and like
that is too much.
That gets tricky for me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's just a bad question.
Well, I don't. But if you were doing a Kickstarter and you were in like, say, I was doing a Kickstarter for a point and click adventure game, and like I understand the poll for like, do you want it on X platform or do you want it on Y platform? Or but then it's like, well, do you want more puzzles in the game or do you want more dialogue? And at that point, I feel like you're fucking with the art of like, you're just crowdsourcing the art of the game.
I guess. I think that those should be used more as like a steering kind of suggestion than like an end all be all like, well, we've got to now we have to have 60% dialogue and 40% puzzles. That should be like a, well, this is what the community wants. How can I kind of mold my expectation for it?
I don't know. The polling system I feel like should be used for like, they already have a change in mind and they're like, okay guys, we want to do this, but it'll take more time.
Yeah.
Do you want us to do this? Yes or no? Not like, do you want us to put in more dialogue or should we put in, what do you think we should add to this section of the game?
Extreme.
I don't know. I'm just
The game delays in AAA world. I just don't expect. I don't like. I try not even to focus on games that are more than like a month out.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even tell you when Red Dead was supposed to come out now.
It's supposed to come out in fall.
That got delayed till like next year.
Oh, it did. It was originally supposed to come out in fall, is what I'm saying.
That one kind of burns me. That was really exciting.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like why?
That one is a fuck you.
And that's another thing about delays. It's like they announced it last fall that it was coming out this fall. Then in 4 months they said no, now it's coming out next year. It's like you didn't even, I don't know. It's like, I don't know.
I basically just assume at this point that like when a developer or a game like announces a release window, like right when the game gets announced, like that release window is probably bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
windows are bullshit. The only thing that matters are hard dates.
Yeah.
Windows are too fickle. You know what I'm saying? These windows ain't loyal.
Like, all right, coming out fall next year, like that's definitely not happening.
Yeah. I don't know. Very interesting. Yeah, release dates are fickle, as we all know. But yeah, this has been the Current Gaming Podcast, episode number 11. My name is Charles Blades. You can find me on twitter.com/Charles to the. Posting cool stuff over there. David, where can the kids find you?
On My Guy Dave at Twitter. This is Milo.
What is Milo's Twitter account?
I made him one.
You should make a cat Twitter account. People love that. People love Twitter accounts for animals.
And if you want to see my art, I am D_Morg on Instagram.
All right, cool. Aaron, where can people find you? In your new active Twitter account?
Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to force myself to be more active on there, but it's at Aaron M Weeks. At Aaron M Weeks. That's actually it. There's no more.
What do you think about Aaron being active on Twitter, David? It's weird, right?
I like his tweets. It is weird though.
I don't know. Did you ever post?
It's
on
like
Facebook?
weird for me to do it. No, I don't post on social media at all. That's why it's like I picked one, and I'm just gonna commit to it. I'm forcing myself to. I try to do at least like one tweet a day, but that's not happening.
Hey, no, that's fine. I do about 5 a week probably. That's a good medium. Yeah. So you can check us out on there. Be sure to stay tuned for the next episode. And peace.